Did you know? Before I knew about BTS, the band, I always thought BTS stood for behind the scenes.
It does.
I know,
okay?
but then
BTS
BTS
came before behind the scenes. Wait. Behind the scenes came before BTS.
Yeah, and so when I discovered BTS, the band, I was like, why would they name their band behind the scenes?
Is that what it stands for? What does it stand for then?
I don't know.
Maybe it does stand for behind the scenes.
I don't think
no?
so. Let
no?
me search it. Let me see.
Just do a cold open. What does BTS stand for? No. You're supposed to, does BTS... what does the band BTS stand for?
Beyond the scenes.
See, they did a play on the words. Okay, so they kind of like, they knew what they were doing. So we kind of had a link there. We kind of knew what was going on. I
guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It represents the group always trying to go beyond what is expected of them. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a little bit of stretch, but it's okay.
First
I'll
of all,
accept it.
Have you ever listened to any of their songs?
No. Why?
Their song is an audio representation of crack cocaine.
What?
Yeah, because it's addicting.
Don't tell me you're gonna be like K-pop head now.
Listen, let me tell you, who put me on?
They got all Somali girls. They can't get you.
You know what though? I want to ask any of my Somali friends, like, what is your obsession with K-pop? with Korean culture? Like, I really want to understand.
I don't know how that connection even happened. You notice it, right? It's like purely like Somali girls. Actually, no, there are like.
No, what are you talking about? First of all, I think it stemmed, and this might be a stretch, but a lot of East Africans. I'm not just gonna single out my Somalis, but you are a huge fan of anime.
Well, like, I'm not a huge fan of anime. Okay.
When we watched Grave of the Fireflies and Amir cried.
Yeah, but there's like different. I'm not a weeb, if that makes sense. Do you know what a weeb is?
No.
A weeb is like those people that know like all the new anime that's coming out and like watch all the anime, that kind of stuff.
That's you.
Nah, like I'll watch the latest animes if they're said to be good. Yeah. But at most maybe I'll watch like 3 or 4, and like and even then like. I'm more of like I respect the art form, and I like the old school anime stuff, like I mentioned Studio Ghibli. I just like it because of the storytelling that's done in them.
The fact that you even knew the name of the studio, I don't even know that.
Studio Ghibli is like the most famous anime studio. They're like the originators of anime.
I've never heard of it.
We watched their movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
that was
yeah.
Where like the background is still, but the
Come on, now that's one of their early. They were the originators. They were in the 80s and 90s. Like, I like those kind of anime movies. Like the latest stuff.
I thought you liked Your Name.
Yeah, like if it has a really good story behind it. Oh. But I guess that's kind of like putting down the rest of it. A lot of animes do have really good story. I'm just saying, like, I'm not like. I kind of dabble in all nerd art forms or nerd cultures, if that makes sense, you know? I have no real, like,
you don't
claim to any of them. Yeah, I don't have, like I like Star Wars. Yeah. I like Harry Potter. I like Marvel.
A lot of people like Harry Potter and Marvel. Those are, like, universal.
Yeah, I mean, like, I dabble in all of them, and, like, I know the terms behind them. Like, I know, like, the names of the main characters, at least. Like, I kind of know what's going on in each of those universes. I'm a well-rounded nerd, okay?
I
feel like a lot of what I was just saying is very pretentious, but we'll go with it.
Anyways, let's get into our topic this week. Welcome back, everybody.
Exactly.
To another episode of the Cousin
Connection Podcast. Wait, just had to sync up everything.
Yeah, if you listen to the first couple minutes of our us just kind of talking.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we got into BTS.
You said behind the scenes.
Yeah, I was saying that we wanted to, or I wanted to
show more of the behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes, yeah, because a couple of people have asked us like, "What's your setup like?" And I'm like, "If only you knew."
Should I tell them? Well, maybe we'll make it.
Yeah, we'll make a video on that and kind of like how to start a podcast. Not that we're even
what goes into it, making it almost like a vlog style, maybe. Maybe a couple of vlogs now. Just say, you know.
You want to do vlogging?
Cousin Connection Entertainment coming your way.
Okay.
Oh my god! But anyone who's watching the video, I'm like super self-conscious about this right now.
Oh
Sada already knows this. I literally was talking about before we even got into that first conversation, is that you might notice that my hair is kind of one level right now.
Honestly, I don't think it's that bad.
Because you don't know the culture behind
No, I do.
black men's hair, okay?
First of all, I've been watching so many TikToks on barbers. They're educating me. Yeah, I know level 1 now. I finally know what that means. Okay.
Like the different levels that are used for cutting hair.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say my hair is at a level 1 right now.
Go to the side. I feel like we should do a 360 of your head.
How do you even do that on it?
No. Like, I'll film it for you after. Oh, like, do not show them.
See, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, no, don't show that.
Good thing you guys don't get a 360 view of this. Nah, but for real, like I messed up my hair while cutting it today because I was in a rush, and which is not the thing you're supposed to be doing. Like our water went out at the house, and I had to go and find out how to like restart my water heater and that kind of like. You should have just
boiled the water like I told you.
No, I was able to restart it, but that like took out time of what would have gone into me cutting my hair before I had to leave. But now it's one level, you know. It just brings me back. It brings me back to like the old days when my dad used to cut my hair.
Even when you
remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Like it was such a thing that even to this day, I have people who like, because I started cutting my own hair again, like during COVID.
Yeah.
There people come up to me and be like, "Oh, like you don't do the whole one level thing anymore." I was like, was I really just known for having that one level cut?
Because it's like for our entire lives, I don't think you have ever had an afro.
Nah.
Like ever.
Like I haven't let it. Sorry. I've had it like a mini afro, but I've never let it grow to a point where you can like do things with the hair.
Yeah. So like anyone who knows Amir in real life, you know his hair is low-key iconic. Like it's just always one level.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's what it is, because I always just had it one level. I never liked growing out my hair.
Why?
Well, my dad hated me growing out my hair. Like he would always tell me to cut my hair. He was the one who would cut my hair originally as a kid.
Just let it grow. I just want to see how long it grows.
No, I'm never letting. I also don't have that type of hair. I feel like there's a certain curl level that you have to grow it out.
You think you don't. It's just the right products that you have to use that'll bring out those curls.
Yeah, I don't want to put in that much work.
Look at this photo. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, Amir would look so nice with long hair. Look, let me show you. There's multiple selfies in here, you guys, because I kept telling Amir, show me your hair. Let me see how bad it is. But see here, if you just put like the right curl product, your curls would be popping.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
No, don't cut it after this. Let it grow.
I can't. It literally becomes like like something in the back of my mind.
You need to change.
That's what my haircut is right
You
now.
need to change this photo. This is
okay. We're getting into stuff they can't even see now. Okay.
Do you want me to show them?
No, they can't see it on. They can't listen to it on the podcast.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it did remind me of like back in the day when my dad used to cut my hair.
Yeah.
And when that change finally happened, because like originally he was cutting my hair at home, and like I don't know why. I think a lot of immigrant parents just have this like disdain for kids going out and paying to get their hair cut. At least my dad did.
A lot of them do. But then the second you now crave to have a crisp lineup.
Yeah.
It's over for the dads.
Yo, when that day happened, like the first day I went out to get my hair cut and paid for it, like I could see it in my dad's eyes how his heart was crushed.
He was like trying to say like, I could do that.
Exactly. Literally. Everything. He's like, he grabs my head, starts moving around, be like, what is this? Like, I can do this in 2 seconds. You wanted it to be fade? You should have just told me from the beginning. I'm like, I don't think so. And I see the kids' hairs nowadays. Like whenever I go to the center and I just see these kids who had their mom or their dad cut their hair for them.
Does it hurt your heart?
It hurts my heart. And like, I can't help myself but, clown them on it.
What do you mean? I feel like it's a rite of passage. Like anyone who you've had your parents cut your hair at home.
But some parents be going ham on the hair. Like they try and like fade it, but they don't know how to fade.
First of all, respect to those. At least they try.
They just have like a direct line from like nowhere to hair.
That's so sad.
And it's like no fading at all. Yeah, but just to get back to it, the black men's hair is like it's like something that's truly
I'll find it later.
I don't know what the word is for it, but it's something very special to every man.
You take it so seriously.
Of course, because okay, look, I'm like 29 going on 30.
Okay.
And the fact that I still have my hairline is like a blessing in itself.
True.
So I'm gonna take care of that, okay? Yeah, exactly. But when you start messing with that, you know, it starts to, it leads to other things, and you know, like you don't know how long you're gonna have it for. That's what I'm trying to say. So you want to make sure as long as you have it, you've taken care of it, and it's always in its best condition. Okay.
Do you still remember your first time going to a barber?
Well, like the first time I went was actually when I was like a kid for Eid. That's what thing.
They
That's
gave you a lineup then?
That was the only exception that they made was going to Eid. But back in the day, like even barber culture has changed over time, right? Like nowadays, you saw like we have our nephew who got his haircut at the barber. Yep. Like he got the fade, he got the nice cut, you know, the lineup and everything. Yep. Back in the day, they didn't care that much, right? So in the 90s, they would just cut their kids' hair one level again.
No, but you'd have like
maybe get a tiny
little swoop thing.
Yeah. They would do like a little bit tiny like lineup, but it wasn't like how it is today. Just in general, barber culture has changed. Like the amount of work that goes into it
and the price
now
too.
Compared to back in the day, and the price. Like if there's one thing that has like doubled or tripled with inflation, it's definitely barber prices. Shout out to all the barbers, but y'all be.
I was gonna say we should get AK Cuts on here to really break it down.
Shout out to AK Cuts, man. But
not that I know like anything about it, but he can educate us one day.
Yeah, but that game has and like it makes sense, you know, because everything was shut down during COVID.
Yeah.
And I feel like the only way you can really recover is by, you know, upping the prices. But
yeah. But I think it's also like the level of service, right? Because they're no longer just cutting your hair, right? They're really elevating your look. I've seen these videos.
Well, it's still cutting your hair.
No. I see the videos. The customers or whatever, the guys, they come in to the barbershop looking lifeless. Like they're just like.
But that's what cutting your hair does.
Then they cut their hair. Yeah. They do the little 360 in the chair, and they're like, they have like friggin' nude coming out of their eyes or something.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about going to a barber and getting a haircut, but you literally come out a different person. There's that person, Spice Adams. He's an Instagrammer who like made a video where he just looks like homeless and like broken down walking into. He's the same guy who makes that like that face. That guy, yeah.
Okay.
He walks into the barber like looking all grungy and stuff, and he walks out with like after he gets his cut, he walks out with a red suit,
what the heck?
Hair like nice and lined up. He's talking like different man. He's dancing, doing like all those old shuffles. So it literally like changes your whole mood. You walk different. You talk different.
I feel like guys getting like a crisp lineup and getting their haircut is the equivalent to like girls getting their face beat.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Let me reword that.
What?
Girls getting their makeup done.
Saying face beat like no longer a term being used?
I think it is, but like I don't know. Maybe for
people,
those who
you know
what
we're talking about.
You know
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do feel like it is the equivalent. Like fortunately, ours kind of lasts a little bit longer. Like we can walk around with that cut for about a week. Before it starts to somewhat.
But we can do our makeup ourselves. You guys can't even cut your own hair, so.
You know, it's a give and take. It's like, think about it like this. Makeup is hella expensive.
Okay, no.
So
you know
like
what?
if you add up the prices over time.
A lineup is not the same as makeup. A lineup is the same as getting your eyebrows done.
Yeah. You know what?
I would say it's that. And a beard. Like a beard is.
But
the
how
makeup.
often are girls getting their eyebrows done?
I don't know about now. Like I think now a lot of people know how to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I don't know anything about the eyebrow game. So that's the closest thing I could compare it to was makeup. Yeah, because that's the only thing I know. I think most guys don't even know about the game of like getting eyelashes or a lot of guys eyebrows done.
What's it called? There's like metrosexuals. Yeah. They get their eyebrows like.
Is that still a term that's being used today?
I feel like it's a very 90s term.
Yeah, because back in the day, like I keep saying back in the day, in the 90s, like guys and earlier than that, guys didn't really care. Like they kind of had a standard look, right?
Very
like
grunge.
They didn't care about style. They don't care about fashion. But I feel like now it's almost weird if you don't care about style or fashion. So we're just all metrosexuals now. But there are people who take it to extreme.
Like, you know, guys that get their nails done.
Yeah.
They get facials on the regular. And, you know, to each their own, right? Like some some guys might see that as being too feminine, but some guys are like, no, I'm just taking care of myself. So it's however
TikTok says like that's what women want. Like, have you seen those TikToks of the guys? They wake up in their apartment, they put on like a smooth jazz music, and they start like doing their morning routine and working out, and they're getting like millions of likes for this.
Yep.
You know, I feel like that's what it's changed to.
It's the it's like this running joke now on TikTok where like if a guy pulls out an actual skincare product, all the comments will be like, "You're not using 24-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body wash, lotion, all in one." Mm-hmm. So, do you use that?
I just use whatever's in the shower.
Oh yeah, we do.
I don't care, man. Like I have a full drawer of all that stuff. Yeah. And like after I take a shower, I'll put on like the moisturizer or whatever. Good. But the only reason I do that is because like my face gets so dry and because
you're supposed to moisturize.
Exactly. So I feel like it's just like it's kind of unnecessary at this point. Maybe it's because I didn't feel like it before, but now I feel it after I started using it. So maybe that's how it works.
No,
they make you use it once, and then it starts drying out your face all the time.
No, it's not. If you take a hot shower, the hot water dries out your skin it strips your skin from the natural oil. So you have to replenish the moisture by putting moisturizer.
Okay. Did you see that whole like TikTok about how people were trying to dispel the myth that you shouldn't use shampoo every time you shower? Because remember how there are people saying like you shouldn't use shampoo every time you shower because it will like take out the natural oils or whatever. But apparently that's not true. Like it's a myth, and that you should actually use shampoo every time you take a shower.
You know what it is? I think that it depends on first of all, it depends on your hair, right? Like some people can get away with not shampooing their hair every time they wash it. But there are also some people that shampoo their hair 2-3 times a week. Yeah. And that's like, it's actually pretty, like, unless you're replenishing it with moisture, because when your hair is dry, it's going to become brittle. It's going to break off, right? But if you moisturize it, and the whole point of this shampoo is what you said, like it strips your hair of the oils. Yeah. So it also depends on the shampoo. There was this whole big lawsuit of like certain chemicals that are put in that has resulted in people like losing their hair. Oh shit. Yeah. So like you have to get like clarifying shampoos instead to like get rid of the product built. Like it's so much consumerism. I'm telling you. Oh
yeah, I can't. I'd rather just go for those like natural products you see nowadays that are being put up on like TikTok and other sites.
Yeah, and that's why I like TikTok, because it like TikTok has taught me. I've learned so much in the last 2 years being on TikTok. Yeah, than I have in like I don't know how.
You got to take the good with the bad. There's a lot of bad that comes from it, but there's a lot of good. Yeah, yeah. But there's something else I wanted to say. Do you feel like, are you in the like shower every day party, or like shower, every other day, every few days? I know it's a random question. It wasn't even part of here. I just want to know.
To be honest with you, if I'm going out every day, shower every day. But if I'm like working from home, shower every other day.
Really?
Yeah. It depends on what I'm doing, right? Like it depends on what I'm doing.
I guess
if I'm working out, I'm gonna shower. If
that's what I was. Yeah, that's what my thing is.
Like I can't understand someone who works out and doesn't shower.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. I feel weird because I work out almost every day. Like I work out almost 6 days a week or 5 days. I do something active. Yeah. About 6 out of the 7 days of the week. So I'm almost always taking a shower, to the point where sometimes I'll take a shower just because I've done it so much that I'm kind of just used to it.
But the only thing is like in the summertime, even if I'm not doing anything, I have to shower every day.
Yeah, because you're sweating and
I just it's a method of cooling off. But like in the winter, I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes when I'm like I have to wash my hair and I'm like really dreading it because it's so cold. Like it's not cold in my house obviously, but if I know I'm going out, it's like like I can't just wash my hair and then go out with wet hair. I have to dry it because otherwise my hair will freeze.
You should just do what I did and just go bald. Hey, it's a new thing out here. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I literally talked about it the other day. My mom was like, "Don't you dare."
There are people who have done it though, like even hijabis who have just gone bald.
But then my hijab won't sit right on my head.
No, but then they put like the bun thing. Like the fake bun to kind of like even out everything.
How do they put it if they're bald?
Like wrap it around their holding forehead? On to? I don't know.
Like what is the bun?
Actually, I never thought about that.
Because the bun scrunchie, you wrap it on your hair. Like that's what mine's on.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought about that.
So like if I tried to put a bun on,
get it double-sided tape.
No, you know what you'd have to do? You'd have to tie another hijab. Yeah. Like remember how we used to tie it? Yeah. Under your regular hijab. That's what you'd have to. That's so much work.
Nah, that's too much work, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm so glad I don't have hair.
I'm telling you, you should grow it out.
No. That's also a big thing. I just don't like the maintenance that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a choice.
Hair is maintenance, and it's expensive, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. See, look at this. All I need is coconut oil.
You put coconut oil?
Or coconut butter, whatever people put in. Coconut something.
You do not put cocoa butter in your hair. You don't. I know you don't.
I put coconut oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a mere secret for this magnificent hairline, you guys.
Exactly. Coconut oil. I know you said it like 3 times now. And be like,
listen, okay?
Falls out tomorrow.
If it's not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making dua for your hairline.
That's fine. Even if I lose.
What would you do if you just like...
What?
If you're going bald?
I feel it'll start graying out before it goes bald, honestly.
Oh.
At this point, like, it's like I have no wife, I have no kids or anything. Moment I get the wife, no hairline.
I've heard some like Harari parents say like, hurry up and get married before your hairline disappears.
It'll like recede like a little bit further back for every month we're planning a wedding. Which I'm not going to have because I'm not going to have the wedding.
Yes, you are.
No.
I will plan it for you. Amir, I'll plan it for you.
I'm not paying for it, though.
We'll start
exactly.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
Paying for the ring, I'm paying for a wedding, okay?
You can pay for both. You can split it.
Whatever. We already went through this.
No, listen.
Whatever.
So we're still in the timeline because you said 1 to 2 years, and that was a couple episodes ago.
1 to 2 years for what?
For you to get married.
We don't put expectations on time and everything. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow, The future has not happened yet, okay?
Can I set you up?
No.
Please.
No. Okay, Sarah.
Amir, do you trust...
Sarah?
One question.
You know what? Let's change topics
just
here.
one question before we change the topic.
Have you looked into the Oculus?
Do you trust me?
What?
Do you trust me? Do you trust my judgment?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a yes for can I set you up too? Anyways, let's talk about the Oculus now.
No. Okay. First, the other thing is, so there's the other thing that happened this week.
Okay.
And you were in this too. So like, do you ever have anxiety when you get a message but you don't know the number?
All the time.
Because this happened to me, and like it came to the point. So I got a message from someone.
Did you ever figure out who it was?
Yeah, I did. It was literally my neighbor. But like, so like I get it whenever I got the message.
Oh,
and the person was confirmed. Yeah,
I'm just realizing.
Exactly.
How did you not realize that?
I don't know.
Come on,
people don't know what's going on. It's behind the scenes stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so I got the message. Mm-hmm. Or anyone, they would receive the message and they're concerned for me, right? They'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? We haven't seen you in a while. My family's been asking how you're doing," and I'm like, "How do I not know who this person is?" To the point where I don't know if anyone else would do this, but I will do everything in my power that I can do instead of asking that person, "Who is this?" I will never put those words into my phone.
But why? Amir texted me. He's like, "Sarah, do you know who?"
I literally messaged I messaged like 3 other people being like, "Hey, can you put this number into your like contact list and just find out who this is?"
Yeah, so I literally typed it into my phone, didn't have it saved. Then he tells me the initials, so I'm looking through my contacts, like, do I have anyone that's like these initials? I was like, no, sorry, I don't know who that is. And
just to let you know, the only reason I knew the initials, because I literally went to a background check site.
You literally could have just
I went to a background check site and put the name info, and I waited 20 minutes for this thing search through the whole system just so I can get the first letter of their name.
Tell them why.
Their initials, basically. Because I had to pay like $1 for the full name. And I was not going to do that.
All you had to do is just say, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I don't have your number saved. Who is this?"
Nah, man.
It's really not that
bad. I don't have it in my like, I don't have that power to be able to ask someone, "Who is this?" No matter like, even if it's something trivial, I won't ask them, "Who is it?" Like, even for work, sometimes we're supposed to write down, I have to speak to technicians or people on the phone. I won't even ask the technician what their name is if I have a history of speaking to them and I already knew their name before. Because I'm too embarrassed to tell them or let them know that I forgot their name. And there are people, and this goes in all aspects of life. In the gym, there are people who I've known for 8 years. and I don't know their name.
If they listen to this and they're like, "Oh my God, I literally talk to Amir every single week and he doesn't know my name."
Yeah, it's bad. Thankfully, honestly, the one that I knew the longest, I actually got like, I felt bad. Like it sucked that this was happening, but I also felt a little relieved.
Yeah.
Because they were moving to another gym.
Did you say bye?
Yeah, I said bye and everything. I was like, oh, he's an older guy, right? And I've known him for like 5 years at this point. Like
older, like dad's age?
Yeah, he's like in his 60s, 70s.
How do you greet him? Do you say, hey, man?
Yeah.
An older man, you say, hey, man?
Hey, what's up? That kind of thing. You just start a conversation right away. I'm telling you, a lot of guys do this. You literally just walk up to the guy and you just start the conversation. You might dap him up or whatever. You might say, hey, whatever. But you can literally have a whole relationship with a guy and never say his name.
It's like the video. Remember I sent you that one TikTok where it's like how guys become friends?
That's exactly how it is. Every guy friend that I made, like outside of just like family and friends, like knowing that kind of mutual thing.
Yeah.
It's always been that same situation. You know, you first see them, most likely at the gym because that's the only other place I'm going.
True.
You nod. You see them the next week. It's like, hey, you say something. And then like the next week, maybe like there's a machine they want to use at the same time you are. And then they wait. And then you like strike up a little conversation.
Oh my God.
By the next week, y'all are best friends. That's just how it is.
I don't know
y'all are spotting each other.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, like now I got smart. Instead of like waiting that long and like never asking their name, I'll be like, yo, give me your Instagram. And I go on their Instagram, but guys have this issue. I don't know why they do this, but half of them don't put their name in their Instagram. Like there's one guy that I follow. Like I've known him for years. Yeah. And his name is like it's like 6 letters that make no sense. I don't even know how to say it. Like it's literally intelligible.
I could probably
words.
find out his name for you though.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to. Like
well, I don't know. Girls and like TikTokers have some like weird ability to be able to find out anything about anyone.
Yeah. It's just
I don't know. That's a whole different realm that I don't want to get into.
We'll talk about it another time. I'll teach you my ways maybe.
No, but it literally gives me anxiety to the point where like we were going back and forth for a while trying to figure out who this was.
And I kept telling him, Amir, just ask, who are you? And he's like, no, I can't do it. I can't.
Do you think see how embarrassing that is? It ended up being someone who's literally my neighbor. We are attached together.
But when you saved the number on WhatsApp, was there no profile picture?
No. That's the worst thing. Like everyone's done this. You don't know who the number is.
I do be doing that.
You go onto WhatsApp and you immediately put them. You have to save it as a contact first. Yeah. Because I hate the fact that you can't just search a number on there. You have to add a contact first. So you put like unknown person. Yeah. Put it into WhatsApp and hope to God that their name is in there, or they have some type of like photo.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, you turn into a little investigator at that point.
I even told him a trick, okay? Because he still couldn't figure it out once he did that. So I was like, click on the contact and then you can see if you have any groups in common. And then that might help you figure out. Remember I was telling you to do that and I sent you the screenshot?
But yeah, no one would have known who it was because no one knows who that is like outside of us.
How did you figure out it was your neighbor?
Honestly, I don't know why. But the moment, so I was about to reply and just like not even mention the fact that I didn't know who it was, but just go on with a conversation so that like in the conversation there might be clues that are left to find out who it is.
You will literally do anything but just say who
I told you. I was literally getting ready to start a whole conversation and like pick up clues. Yeah. But I don't know, like because the last time I messaged them I was sending condolences for something. Yeah. And I realized I was like, what time of year it was, and
put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, and then and then they said like their mom, and then I was in the car, I was getting ready to text it. I was like it just clicked, it just came together because I don't know why it just came together at that moment. Maybe it's because I don't know. It's like your subconscious because I was outside, and I was staring at their house. I saw her car, like their car. I saw that.
Did you put like the initials made sense then?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. And then it clicked. But if it didn't click, I was ready to just jump into that conversation and just find out clues and like.
You know what? Mm-hmm. Have you seen those TikToks of that guy who like goes up to random people and he pretends like he knows them? Because you would fall for that.
Wait, what?
Like this guy, he'll be in the grocery store and he'll be like, "Hey," and like it's like another random.
Oh no,
person.
I'm good with faces. Yeah.
But they look at him and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. And then he'll make up some story. And then they're too embarrassed. They don't want to be like, I don't know who you are. So they just go along with it.
No, that wouldn't work on me. No. I'm like so good with faces.
Are you?
But I suck with names. Like horrible with names.
You're good with faces? Like,
Yeah.
you remember faces?
I can remember faces from like unless like maybe after 8th grade or something. You know when like you're fully developed, so your face is like not really gonna change much. Yeah. Then I'll remember that person the most.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's.
I'll test you next time.
Huh?
Because I feel like you do. Sometimes I try to tell you about. Oh, you know why? Because I tell you about someone and I'll say their name and you're like, I have no idea.
What do I say next? I say, show me a picture.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
See, so you know, I'm not lying. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't stop yawning today. Oh my god, my eyes are watering.
It's because we're recording this, later than usual.
It's not. It's literally 7:53.
Yeah, it's because it's dark outside.
Amir's about to call this Late Night Chronicles Part 2.
Yeah. No, but I also, in regards to texting, I have like this very deep anxiety of like texting back because I'm a horrible texter, and you know this.
Oh my god!
Like when I say a horrible texter, I mean
You've gotten
like
better with me.
Yeah,
because you have to reply.
Exactly. That's because we have to have some type of dialogue is going on because we have this thing to run.
Yeah.
But like it's to the point where, let's say I'll be in the middle of a conversation back and forth with this person, and halfway through that I'll get distracted with something,
and then you just ghost them.
And then just ghost, and then literally I'll come back to it and notice that I ghosted it like 4 or 5 days later. But then
4 or 5 days later,
because sometimes I won't go. It's usually like on Instagram or some type of. Actually, it's on everything.
I always tell people when they message me to try to get to you, don't message him on Instagram. Just don't do it.
Yeah, Instagram's like probably the worst because I don't go on it that much, right? But it's to the point where I will get anxiety from the fact that I forgot that we were midway through a conversation and never came back, and I won't reply anymore. Because I feel like it's worse for me to reply now 5 days later than it is for me to reply now, if that makes sense.
I mean, I guess it depends on the person. Like I have a couple of friends who will take like 3 weeks to respond, but like it's a lengthy message. Yeah, and it's like a unspoken understanding. And if she's listening to this, she knows who she is because we just had this conversation today. Yeah, but yeah, like if you have that like unspoken rule, like, reply when you can. It obviously, like if you have like an urgent conversation, like if I'm texting like, Amir, I'm coming over, what do you want to eat? Yeah. If you ain't replying, you ain't eating. Actually, no, I would just call you though. Yeah, at that point, call me. Like, because I have your number saved. And also... if an unknown number calls, you're not going to answer? Nah. What? Yeah. Why? I don't know. I miss most of my calls. Why? And even the ones that I do see, like if I don't have the number saved, I'm not going to answer it. Why? I don't know. I don't like talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. Talking on the phone is one of my I'm an introvert. So like talking on the phone, like you don't know what's on the other side. Oh. You just like the expectation of what's going to happen when you pick up that phone is so high that you just feel like it's better to ignore it and hopefully they text you like right after. If you don't text me after you call, I'm going to assume that it wasn't important and I don't have to reply. I'm the total opposite. If you don't text me before you call, I ain't picking up your call. That's the thing. Yeah. If you don't text me. Because it depends. Like sometimes like you said, like you're in the middle of something. Yeah. And depending on what you're doing and depending on who's calling, you may or may not be able to give them your undivided attention. Yeah. So my friends, y'all know, if you want to call me, text me before you call and say, hey, are you free for a phone call? And if I'm texting you and we're going back and forth, do not call me mid-text. Yeah, for me, just don't call me. I call you all the time. No, because you're different, okay? Because we have to, we're literally gonna see each other. Usually when you call me, it's because we're gonna see each other or do something, right? And I like when you call. When Amir calls me, my heart just gets happy. I'm like, you're just calling me. I even added you to my favorites. Okay, I added him to my favorites. No, man, but I don't know. There's something about just conversing with other people, and I do it so much on Instagram that like. I just stopped going on Instagram because I stopped going on the messaging part, except for like a few people, because there's so many things I forget that I just get anxiety about it and I just avoid it. That's why that's a big reason for why I don't use Instagram. Because I know people can reach me there, so I'm like, I don't want to reply. It's not that I don't want to reply, it's that I feel like I'm going to forget to reply, and then that person's going to resent me, and they're going to hate me for the rest of my life, and I'm not going to have any way to get back to them. No, you know what? Instagram can be a little bit overwhelming. Yeah, it's actually not. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it for you. Yeah. It's really not rational. But I can also understand it because on Instagram, especially like ever since we've started the podcast and we're getting a lot more like interactions online, people are responding to our stories and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or just sending us DMs to comment on a past episode. When I get like more than 2 DMs, I'm like, like, you know, like freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, I have to respond. And, you know, you don't want to give like a half-ass answer like, oh, cool, thanks. Yeah. Like, you know, especially if someone took the time to write out like a long message. Bro, I get anxiety. So you know what I do though?
Wait, but if you're like that, I'm 10 times that.
I know.
Yeah.
And then the thing is the like people who now know us as like one because of the podcast. Yeah. They don't even message you. They just be like, hey, so I wanted to reach out to Amir. Yeah. Or they'll message like the cousin connection page, which honestly, guys, if you message that, 9 times out of 10, it's usually me who responds. If it's Amir, he's going to sign his name and be like, dash Amir.
Yeah. That's like a rare occasion when I would do that.
You know what you do that really annoys me?
What?
You open messages and you don't reply on our thing.
Oh, I might open it by accident. Because no, you know what it is? Because like sometimes, so when I say I get anxiety about messages, it's to the point where I'll turn off notifications on my phone.
Oh yeah, I always.
But sometimes I'll have to undo it, like for certain times a day or something, or when we're doing something. Yeah. And it'll bring up like a big list of all the notifications I missed.
Okay, Mr. Popular.
And I'll start like swiping to get them off, right? So it doesn't keep coming back. And I'll press it by accident. It'll open up the thing. I'll be like, I didn't mean to do that. Exit.
Yeah, and then I'll be like doing on my little audit on social media, and I'm like, Amir opened the thing and he didn't. Oh my God, look, an unknown number.
See, it's probably like some type of spam thing.
My phone's so dry, I just get spam the text.
My phone's so dry that they just ignore me at this point. They don't even care. They're like, he's not going to respond. Even the spam guys don't like calling me anymore.
They gave up on you.
Yeah, they gave up on me.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can understand, though. I do understand the phone text call anxiety.
I want to hear from you guys, too. Like, I want to know, does anyone else get anxiety from just social media in general when it comes to interacting with other people because you feel like you're such a bad online conversator that it's just going to make things worse, so sometimes you just choose not to use it at all?
Are you a voice note person or a texter?
You already know that.
I'm just asking because they don't know that.
Definitely a texter. I do not want you to hear my voice outside of in-person conversation, okay?
Why?
I don't know. It's just
I don't understand people who don't do voice notes. Like, what is your... Please explain to me. Well, if like, you are one of them, please comment on our video. Send us a DM.
Well, like now you can just use voice to text.
It's so inaccurate.
What? No, mine accurate. Is like super accurate. Okay, because I got the Google Android.
Whatever. I'm just saying, like, I feel like a voice note is literally perfect for someone like you. You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's like you're messaging someone without the commitment of a phone call.
Nah, but then that might open, my brain would be like, that might open a door to that person thinking that, you know what? Why are we sending voice notes back and forth? Why not just call each other? They're clearly available to speak.
No, I make it very clear in my conversations. There's the difference between a voice note conversation, a text conversation, and a phone call conversation. If I am open to it, like if I'm available for a phone call, I'll say in text, just call me. If I can't call, I'll be like, I can't call right now, but I can listen to voice notes and respond periodically. So then, you know. And
my thing is that I don't even want to go through that whole conversation of trying to set those boundaries. So I will just avoid it altogether.
We need to
I'm really bad at setting boundaries too.
We need to work on that.
So I just avoid any interaction that would require me to set any type of boundary.
We need to work on that.
Yeah. I have a lot to work on, guys. Okay. Yeah. I know we talk about this whole self-help. Oh, I'm doing better. I'm still very flawed. I'm not I have a lot to work on. Okay. So let's get into this other thing that we were kind of talking about it. You know, we had a podcast where we sort of went over the metaverse.
Yes.
And like how people are going to be joining the metaverse. And one way you would do that is by using a VR headset to get into this virtual world. And I thought, you know, why not put my money where my mouth is by purchasing one of these pieces and trying it out for myself and seeing if the technology is ready for the masses. So I bought myself a Quest 2. I don't know why I said it like that, okay?
I'm just saying, I was here when we tested it out, and I have the clips for you. So of course we're gonna play.
Do you have them?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. But you got it when I was like already used to it. When I first put it on, I was like somewhere else.
You should have recorded yourself.
I felt like I was gonna throw up. What?
You should have recorded yourself. You know, maybe we'll do like a video review.
Yeah.
Like of me walking the plank because I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you haven't done that one yet?
No,
okay.
But you know I'm gonna
like after this. We have some other people in the other room kind of trying it out right now. But yeah, so I thought it would be interesting to kind of like try out the technology. I was stuck at home anyways. And I'm always interested in new technology anyway, so I thought it made sense for me to buy it. So I went out, I got the Quest 2. I was searching for it everywhere because that's one thing that I noticed is that this whole holiday season was like super hard to get. Everything was sold out. At least the 128 gig version, which is the there's two versions, 128 gig and 256. That one's like $150 more, and I don't think it's worth it to get that larger one because I also have a really good PC, which is what I run everything on anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got it. I put it on, and so I kind of want to give like a little small review on it here.
Okay.
So it's actually like really, it actually does immerse you in the world.
Yeah.
When you're putting it on, you actually feel like you're in another room, to the point where even right now we were kind of showing other people this thing called like something plank experience. And there's a part of it where you go up an elevator, you have to walk into a room with the headset on. You're actually walking in a 3D environment. You walk into the room, you go up to the top floor, and you step off on a plank, and the plank is at the top of the building, and you're just looking down, almost like you're standing on the edge of a building. Well, you are standing on the edge of a building. You're freezing. Oh, my bad.
Aren't you cool?
No.
I think I'm sitting like this.
Oh, sorry. We had the window open. She was freezing. She literally wrote it out on her laptop.
He was like so passionate. I was like, let me just type it. He'll see it when he sees it. You know, before, like last week, when I first put on the headset, it put me in this like this desert oasis type of thing.
Oh, we're going back to Oculus. Okay, I thought you were talking about something else first again.
No,
okay, yeah.
What was that?
Oh, that was just like the homeroom. So when you put it on the headset for the first time, you're like in a room. It's like your home basically in this virtual world. That
was so well like designed. It was so cool. Remember, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and like when you're in the room, you feel like you're in an actual environment, right?
Yeah.
Of course, the graphics are like they're very basic graphics, but that's just because it's the room you're in. But there are games and like other environments that people have created where you actually feel like you're in them.
Do you feel like, you know how like Xbox and PlayStation have like 2K and not Fortnite? What's that other one that people play a lot? The war games and stuff.
Call of Duty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll have that for this?
Oh, they have a game similar to Call of Duty like that. It's like I think it's called like Medal of Honor or something like that in VR.
Oh.
And it's actually like
good quality.
Really good quality. So I guess that's one thing I should get into is that first off, if you're gonna get a headset like this, it's going to cost you more than what just the headset is, because just to buy like even some of the basic experiences in the game, you're probably going to be spending like $20, $30, $40 for some of these games and experiences.
So why do they make the headset so expensive if you're gonna have like in-app purchases?
That's the thing that kind of annoyed me at first. So I guess that's a larger barrier to it, right? Like right now we're talking about like the metaverse and like how it's going to be here sooner than later.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to be later now. Just from how the experience that I've had with it now, I feel like it's a lot later than we expected, because there's so much that goes into it that if I wasn't a tech savvy person, I don't think anyone else would have had the experience that I've had. Like I've had a good experience with it, but it's because I'm a tech savvy person. I kind of know how to get around some of the walls that were created and the paywalls that were created for this.
You jailbroke your headset?
Well, like sort of, because
you did.
So I feel like the only person that should be getting an Oculus right now is someone who has a powerful PC. Like if you have a powerful PC that can play games at like pretty good quality, the Oculus is for you if you want to try the experience.
Okay.
But if you don't have that and you just have the Oculus, you're gonna have a very boring experience with it. Like I don't feel like you're gonna get the most out of it, and it's going to be a few years down the line before that actually becomes something that's more intuitive, because like everything that you can do on the Oculus itself without connecting to your PC is you can get the games, some of the games that are on PC, but you have to pay, like I mentioned, like $20, $30 for them. And even when you do pay for them, if you want to kind of customize it for yourself, you're only going to be able to do that if you kind of mod the game. Do you know what modding is?
No.
It's like you're modifying the game essentially. You're changing the code in the game so you can do new things.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like an example would be there's a game that's on there called Beat Saber, which is think of it like rhythm game like Dance Dance Revolution, but you're using your two hands to kind of cut the notes like you would do in
Fruit Slicer,
the
Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja, exactly. And because the notes are coming at you, and kind of slice at them with the beat. And the basic tracks that are on there, they're okay. You know, they're more
like what's the word? Uncoordinated.
Yeah, it's super. When you first start it's super uncoordinated.
Yeah.
But the basic like tracks that are on there, you know, you're like you got your dance tracks, whatever you call them again. Like they're like stuff they play at raves. Anything you think that they play at a rave, that's in there. But they don't have like maybe something that you like. And if you want something that you like, then that's where it requires you to kind of go and modify the game and add tracks from your PC and connect it to your PC and do all that.
Wait, so
and that's not something that everyone's going to have the ability to do.
How did you learn how to do that?
I just, because I'm a tech savvy person, I just naturally know where to go to kind of get that.
But like how? Like if I got it.
See, that's the thing. I wouldn't say that, like I wouldn't tell you to go out and get an Oculus right now.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't because you have one. So. Like.
Well, yeah, that too. But like if you got it, if you had it in your own house.
Yeah.
You would have a very boring experience compared to what I can do with it.
Yeah,
I haven't put any money into it outside of buying the actual headset, and I've been able to kind of use it to the most of its ability at this point.
That's pretty good.
Like, it's interesting. Like, not outside of Beat Saber, where you could only add your own tracks. Is like a game called Half-Life Alyx.
What's that?
Which is, if anyone has played games, there's a game called Half-Life where you're like in a dystopian world. And
is that the one that we played?
No, you haven't played it yet. I'm going to make you guys play it after this. Oh. But like, as everyone knows, I hate horror movies and I hate horror games. And I knew that the Half-Life series had some type of horror element to it. So but it wasn't as scary when I played it like on my PC because you can kind of like turn up the brightness, turn on your lights. And they were kind of very sparse. Like the horror parts were kind of very sparse, so they weren't
like jump scare.
Scary. Well, that's the thing.
I'm not playing that.
No. Okay,
not with the headphones because that shit will come from behind you and you can see it if you turn.
That's around. The thing. So there's a part. I keep saying that's the thing. I'm gonna stop saying that. People are making me self-conscious about the things I say a lot. Okay.
Who said that?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. But yeah. So there are these things called head crabs in the game, where essentially they're like these spider-looking like aliens, and they take over like people's minds, and they like them turn them to zombies, and they make you attack you. And if you kill the zombie, the head crab jumps off and it starts jumping at you. And tries to grab you.
Nope.
And literally, when you're playing this in VR, you feel like you're in the room.
You literally want to see my reaction. First of all, I'm arachnophobic.
If I played this,
you know I'm arachnophobic.
You have a gun, you can kill it.
No, if it jumps at me, Amir, I'm ripping the headphones.
But honestly, there is a point. So just to give you like a kind of breakdown of like one part of the game where I almost just stopped. So you're walking through like an abandoned subway station, and there's one area where you have to look for a flashlight.
Okay.
And then it like you look to the side, there's a room there, and you see a little light on the other side of the room. But other than that, there's no lights in this room. So basically, the game's trying to tell you walk across the room, this dark room, grab the flashlight, and then just walk back. And when you walk there, there's nothing there, right? You're fine. The moment you grab the flashlight,
can you use it to turn it on? Can you use it to like see?
Yeah, it puts it onto your hand, so you can point. You point with one hand, and you point your gun with the other hand, so you kind of use it like a flashlight, right?
Yep.
And then you hear like scurrying behind you. You look, and you start like flashing a light, and it's almost like the horror movies where they put the flashlight onto a corner and you see like some weird monster there. Exactly that. And then they start crawling down to the floor.
What is it?
And it's like a giant, it's like that head crab I mentioned, but larger, and has like bigger legs, and it jumps at you, and there are 4 of them.
No.
When I tell you,
you make the girls play that. Don't tell them.
Yo, when I tell you, I went into the fetal position. I literally went into the floor, covered my eyes, took my gun, and started shooting everywhere with it.
How did you? Were you playing this on the headset?
Yeah, on the headset, because it puts your whole body into the game, right?
Nah.
So I was able to crouch and everything. I went to the floor, literally started emptying my clips, changing gun, use a shotgun.
Why didn't you just run?
What?
Why didn't you just run?
I was, it's, you know, with fight or flight, like I just stayed. I fought, but fought with my eyes closed.
Yeah, no, I'm more of a flight girl. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
running.
but that's all to say, like the experience, you actually feel like you're in the world, and like it feels to the point where there's even some parts. I did this dumb thing where there's another game where there's a ledge in front of me, and I was crouched down, and I was feeling myself fall over, and I tried to grab for the ledge in the virtual world and fell on my butt. Yeah, so it's a crazy technology. It's just really cool. I feel like it has a lot of potential, and it's definitely going to get better.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't think it's ready for the world. Like for the regular person who's not tech savvy,
Yeah.
I feel like this is not something that you guys are ready for.
Yeah.
Even though we were talking about it, everybody was scared about it. It's not coming anytime soon.
So you don't think it's going to be like heavily commercialized and like available to the? I mean, it is.
It is available to the public, but you kind of have to have some type of like.
It's available, but it's not for
knowledge.
everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's for everyone, but like you're gonna if you want to have the same experience I had,
Yeah.
you're gonna be paying a lot more money.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Unless y'all are rich,
Very
don't do
expensive.
It's not worth
Yeah.
it.
But another thing that people have been scared of recently, just to move on from the Oculus thing, is the Neuralink. Have you ever heard of the Neuralink? So like, what's his name? Elon Musk is working on something called the Neuralink, which is basically like a chip that they put in your brain, and you can control things with your brain.
So Matilda.
So just going off of that, like, what's your vibe?
Immediately, no.
No?
No.
Well, just to kind of like give you why they think this is a good technology to work on, and I kind of agreed with what they were saying. It's like this can really help people who are disabled, and people always forget about those who are disabled who can't do what we can do. They can't easily move around and do all the things we can do, but this technology will help them do that. So like an example would be they can put this chip in the brain of someone who's disabled, and they can control like their phone or their computer, or they can control their walking device or their roller, whatever they can do, they can control with their mind instead of having to rely on hands that they might not have, on vision that they might not have, or not vision, but yeah, even vision they might not have depending on how it's worked into the technology. But don't you see the benefit there when you start thinking about it that way, how it can help in the medical field and with people who are disabled?
I feel like you can still do those things without putting a chip in your brain.
But it's a lot harder. And wouldn't you want like less barriers for those people?
First of all,
what?
Don't put me on the spot like that. But no, because what if it malfunctions? And then what if someone's brain just like lights up on
any
fire?
technology can malfunction.
Yeah, but this
right?
time it's in your body. It's like literally inside your
People
skull.
have pacemakers in their bodies. Those can malfunction. If that malfunctions, they literally stop their heart. You don't know what a pacemaker is?
Don't say it out loud.
Okay. It's literally like, it's like something they put into next to the heart.
Okay.
So if there's any irregular movement of the heart,
Yeah.
it'll send I believe, don't quote me on this, but it'll send like a electric pulse to bring it back into a normal rhythm.
Like shocks it a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, don't put this part in.
See? But
Don't put this part
I'm
in.
putting it in.
No, I'm here.
Why?
It's embarrassing.
No, it isn't, Sarah.
Yes, it is, 'cause if
Live in
like-
your truth.
They're going to be like, how does she not know what a pacemaker
Live in your
is?
truth. Now people who don't know what a pacemaker, there are people out there who don't know what a pacemaker is. Not like a general thing that people know.
I am Sarah Ali and I didn't know what a pacemaker is.
Yeah, but that's basically what, think of it like a, defibrillator.
Yes.
Defibrillator.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, think about it like that, but a smaller version that's put into the heart, so it's there at all times. So in case something happens to the heart, it puts it back into rhythm.
But let me explain my concerns to you, okay?
Yeah.
Because we all know how technology works. It's good when it's good, but it's bad when it's bad.
Yeah.
What if someone hacks a chip in your brain and they start controlling stuff for you? Then what? What if your chip gets a virus?
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's always going to be the good and the bad to the situation, right? Like,
I feel like we are not yet at that level with our technology where it's not flawless yet.
yeah.
So until it's flawless, you're not putting it in my brain.
But don't you think we should start from somewhere if we're going to try some type of technology like this?
I don't think it's a good idea to, like, you might as well just build a robot assistant.
Well, they're also working on that. They have androids now that have AI technology.
So wait, an Android is a type of phone. It's also now a robot.
It was originally, Android was named after the robot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that why the logo is
And
a robot?
Android is like those AI, what?
Is that why the logo is a robot?
Yeah, exactly. You never knew that? You never knew what the term Android meant?
I just thought it was like iPhone, Android.
No, Android is I mean, like, the robot Android is the actual phone Android.
I didn't know there was a robot name.
No, there wasn't a robot name. It's a type of robot. Kind of an Android, because it has AI technology. That, like, it basically can live. It's almost like a C-3PO from Star Wars. Please tell me you know.
Is that R2-D2?
I said C-3PO. R2-D2 is a different robot.
What's C-3PO?
You know who C-3PO is. It's the gold dude from Star Wars.
The one that sounds like that one? That one?
What?
You know when he talks.
You mean the beep beep boop boop?
That's R2-D2.
Yeah.
No, but there's one that sounds like the sound.
No, there isn't.
C-3PO?
Yeah, you once you see the photo, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. This dude.
Yeah, and that's R2-D2.
Yeah.
Are they friends?
Well, yeah, technically they're buddies.
Does he talk?
Yeah.
But does it sound like...
No, he has like
Something
an English accent.
But it sounds like...
There's no...
R2, like, you know that sound?
There's no robot.
I'm gonna watch
in Star Wars
that
sounds like that.
Maybe it was like
there's like
the
some
hairy guy,
background character.
the brown hairy guy.
You're thinking of, you mean Chewbacca? Chewbacca went.
Isn't there something that makes it sound like that?
What?
Maybe it was in the Baby Yoda show.
Maybe. Did you watch that show?
I watched the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. You watched the Mandalorian?
I watched a couple episodes on Disney Plus. That's why
I'm gonna make you watch all the Star Wars. I'm adding Star Wars to the list.
We still have yet to go. Let's watch another DC movie today. I actually
DC, you mean Marvel? Oh my God, Sada.
Same shit. Okay, it's actually the same thing.
You're gonna make me cry, man.
No, but I was gonna say a good thing.
Okay, go.
This is just a little life update. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys know, okay, once upon a time, I didn't know a single thing about Marvel. And Amir made it his quest to educate me. Yeah. So little by little, I've been watching a lot of movies. Yeah.
Which ones?
Don't ask me that. Come on. You know, the stuff with the magic.
Oh, Doctor Strange? Oh, I made you watch Doctor Strange, right?
We watched Doctor Strange. We watched, what was that cool one with the dragon stuff?
Oh, Shang-Li.
I really like that one. We also I watched the first two Spider-Mans.
Yeah, No Way Home. No Way Home and is it No Way Home? Yeah, no, Far From Home.
Far From Home and
Homecoming.
Yeah, I watched those two. And yeah, 5.
Yeah.
I watched 5.
Well, I need to start you from the beginning. Like we're Iron Man, Captain America,
Oh,
Thor,
yeah, no, I haven't watched those.
Yeah, I gotta make you watch those ones, okay?
And I haven't really been watching them in order, so like some
Yeah, exactly. So you're not gonna get the context of a lot of the like things that they might mention.
Yeah, I was just gonna give you guys the update that like I am really enjoying the Marvel movies. So
see,
you know,
and how do we get from Neuralink to Marvel movies?
You know what? I actually did watch a Star Wars movie in theaters. Yeah. What was the first one that came out? And there's
you watch Return. I don't even remember the new sequels, man. I hated those so much.
This was like when I was a kid.
Oh, you did?
And then
the Phantom Menace.
There was this person.
Revenge of the Sith.
Who's the one with the buns in her hair? Queen
Leia?
No. Queen Amidala. Is it Amidala?
Don't say it. Yeah, but you're making me forget the name.
It's like the first ever Star Wars movie that came out.
I'm literally watching Clone Wars right now. How would I forget this?
How do I search out?
Padme. No, not Padme. Padme? Yeah, Padme. No, don't search first Star Wars.
What do I search?
You're gonna get the original movies, man.
Hi, what do you search then? It was like when I was like maybe 8 or 9 or something.
Yeah, it was Phantom Menace.
How do you know? Phantom Menace?
Yeah, that was the first prequel that came out.
What year did this come out?
Huh? This girl, right?
Yeah, and her lipstick was like a line in the middle of her lip.
Yeah, that was Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I watched this one. What
and
year?
She had a body double who was Keira Knightley.
Isn't that her?
Huh?
Isn't that her?
No, this is what's her name?
Is that not Keira Knightley?
What? No, that's
Yes, I did watch this. Is that Nicole?
No, that's why are you making me forget her name? It's
no, I'm gonna get it before you. Hold on.
I'm gonna get it before you.
No, it's Natalie Portman.
Oh my God.
I knew it started with an M. I was like, what's her name?
We are so much on tangent.
But that's the only one I watched.
Yeah.
Ask me if I remember anything or if anything made sense, because it didn't. All I remembered was the lipstick was one little line. That's it.
All you remember from it?
That's all I remember.
The Phantom Menace, or like the prequel movies, which the Phantom Menace, these ones, and Revenge of the Sith and Clone Wars, was like the least liked sequels. Well, they were the only sequels. But they weren't liked when they first came out. But because of the new sequels that came out were so bad, people actually look at these movies on a better light.
Really?
Yeah.
The thing that's confusing about
But I'm
Star
going deep
Wars,
into nerd culture for that.
the thing that's actually confusing to me is that like it starts off on like movie number 15 and then it works its way down or something.
What do you mean movie number 15?
Like it just like the numbers aren't in order.
Well, yeah, the first ones that came out were technically 4, 5, and 6 in this series, but that's not how it first came out, right? Like what they did was that when they came out with the first one, like Darth Vader was already a thing, Luke Skywalker was already a thing, and then for the new movies that came out in the early 2000s, they went back. They were like, okay, let's show you how this all came to be, and they did almost like doing a prequel. Yeah, it's basically a prequel. That's why they call them the prequels.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now the Star Wars movies that are just remakes of those.
Yeah, but then it was confusing to everyone because they called them episodes, right?
Yeah.
So they called it episode 4, 5, and 6 with the first ones that came out, and then these ones are called episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Yeah. But you know, it's all right. Yeah, but getting back to the Neuralink.
Oh yeah, Neuralink. That's what we're talking about.
So yeah, when it comes to the Neuralink, like there are gonna definitely be the drawbacks, like when it comes to people trying to hack it and all of that.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, first off, I feel like there's gonna be major pushback from like religious communities just for that kind of stuff.
I'm pushing back too.
But I feel like there's like, I think of all the good things that can come from the technology before I think of all the bad things.
Would you try it?
No, I feel like by the time it's like a proven thing, I'll probably be too old to even do something like that. I just want to see how it works in other people. Like I'm not going to hate on it. That's the thing. Like I do see that it can be abused and I do see the negative effects that might come from it, but I'm still interested in seeing how it can be used for good and like what it leads to.
But I just feel like in this world that we live in, even if new technologies are developed for good, it almost always ends up being used for something bad. Like our society is just so corrupt.
But people already have like things put into their bodies, or like technology put into their bodies to help them regulate like certain things, whether it be like for like the pacemaker I mentioned, or like the cochlear implants. Like there's technology in people's bodies that's already there.
Yeah, but this is like it's supposed to be used to control things. That's the scary thing.
But think about it. Like, okay, I mentioned like people with disabilities, right? So now technology is really they're improving on almost every year is prosthetics. Yeah. So if you lose a leg, if you lose a hand, or usually that's the main thing. One of your limbs. Like now they have pretty good technology where they can add something like a new leg, and you can almost use it like you had a normal leg to begin with. Like it doesn't feel any different. They can walk normally. They can make it a lot more comfortable for the person who's using it. But the next thing they're working on now is being able to control all the motor functions. And if you had something like a Neuralink, you could just control the hand without having to have some type of technology strapped to your arm. You can just think about closing your hands like you naturally would, and you'd be able to do it.
But how, like, I can't even begin to think about like how that would even work. Like, is a little, like I'm thinking of a SIM card, the little gold chip. Yeah. Are they gonna like connect like the fibers of your brain to that, and somehow it like sends chemical reactions or something? I don't even know how it works.
Maybe like a lot of our, I guess, imagination that might come from a Neuralink is what we've seen in movies, right? Yeah. Because if you think about it, a lot of the futuristic movies that we watched had like some type of technology, sort of like a Neuralink to it. Like remember, Black Mirror even had something like that. Remember how they used to have the chip in their brain so they can like, and something in their eyes so they can see.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's not like something that's gonna come tomorrow, right? It's coming down the line, but I can see a lot of the benefits that can come from it, especially for people with disabilities, and those are the people that we should be looking out for, instead of trying to put our own biases on like what do they call it? Technophobia?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have technophobia.
And I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there's a reason why people say things like, oh, in the 90s and the 80s, life was so much more simple because there wasn't as much technology to complicate things.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like, you might whoever's watching this might be like, oh, I don't use that much technology. Like you probably do. First of all, if you have a cell phone, smartphone, that's one. Wi-Fi, that's another.
Yeah.
If you have a smartwatch, that's another. If you have a laptop, that's another. Like, there's so our day-to-day lives are so heavily governed by technology. I remember I watched that video that you sent me about iMessage versus texting.
Yeah.
And he brought up the whole thing about why having a universal messaging app for all different types of phones, like,
or not app, but like technology behind it is universal. Yeah,
like a universal texting platform or something.
Yeah, there's like I forget what the actual word for it is.
Yeah,
but there's like a base.
Like, how like on your phones you have the default texting app. Like for iPhones, there's iMessage for like.
Yeah, but the background technology used to send those messages.
Yeah.
Is universal at this point, except for Apple.
Oh.
Yeah, just to give you context, we were kind of going back and forth about like iMessage and the green bubble versus the blue bubble, and I sent her a video where it kind of explains being like everyone in all the messaging apps are using this background system for messaging that's actually new. Like, it's a new technology, so all the different messaging systems can work with each other.
Yeah. So
you're able to kind of see, like, just to give an example of our conversation in texting. So in Apple, you can, like in iMessage, you can like a message, you can love a message, send some type of reaction to it, and then the other person should see it if they have an iMessage, an Apple phone.
Right.
But if they do that to a person who has an Android phone, the Android user would just receive a message saying this person, or it would say like loved by, and then it would quote your text.
Yeah.
And it's like that. It's not really a good experience for the Android user.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, and Apple purposely does this. They purposely don't use a new system, which would allow Android, because Androids are able to receive those texts properly and show that you reacted to it properly on the app. But Apple actively uses an older system so that it wouldn't be compatible with other messaging apps.
Yeah, that's how they low-key trap their customers.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, I'm going to link the video for you guys so that you can watch it. Like, it's long, but it's very informative. But the reason why I brought it up was because the guy in the video brought up having like for example, if we used WhatsApp, like if everyone in the world used WhatsApp as their primary texting platform or app or whatever. Do you guys remember when Facebook went down and everything that Facebook owns, including WhatsApp, also went down? And he was talking about how many billions of dollars because a lot of companies in like India and just like the others outside of North America, how much they actually rely on WhatsApp for their companies and their businesses to run, how much money they lost during that couple of hours that Meta, Facebook was down. And he was saying like Telegram gained like, I don't know, how many 2 million users in like that couple of hours because people were trying to communicate. So that's what I'm thinking of, like when it comes to like I'm kind of just trying to think about it in a way that like there's gonna be malfunctions because it's still happening to this day.
Yeah.
I don't know if in 20 years when they introduce this chip, if we're still gonna have flawless technology. I really don't think so.
Well, like the technology will only get better over time, right? Like we had an exponential growth, and I feel like now it's kind of curving and starting to plateau a little bit. But it's only until someone discovers something new, like I don't know if you heard like quantum technology or quantum computing. Well, like that's like the next level of
what is that
computing, where like there's they're able to almost have like two, I don't know if it's like protons or electrons in like two separate locations, but are able to like send each other information without having some type of connection between them.
So Bluetooth?
And I don't know. I have to research it more.
Oh, okay.
But essentially that's like the next level of it. So it will kind of like increase the speed of everything and allow us to everything to move quicker and calculate quicker, which is really the only drawback. Like what we're working on or what technology is trying to get better is at calculating things a lot faster. And quantum computing will allow computers to do that, which will allow computers to be faster and then make everything better, more efficient. Well, that's because we don't know. We're used to what we have now, right?
Yeah.
Until you get the better thing, right? Like your laptop now.
Yeah.
If you compare it to your laptop from 10 years ago, you probably thought that laptop was fast at the time. True. And then you get this one. And when you compare them, it's like night and day.
It's so crazy. Like, I just feel like human beings were never satisfied. We always want something better.
Yeah. I'm the one who's like, it's not that I only want something better. I just like seeing the next thing. Like, I'm interested. I'm a techno nerd, if that makes sense. Like, I just like technology in general.
I feel like I'm more of the technophobe.
Yeah.
And you're just like, come on, Sada, let me show you the bright side.
Like, I see the drawbacks of a lot of technology.
Yeah.
And I'm more aware of it, and I try to avoid it as much as possible, but I still like to see what they can come up with next.
I'm apprehensive, but I'll be watching with one eye open, like, just like peeking to see.
Yeah, okay, we went on a little long there today, but yeah.
We did. We talked about a lot of good things today.
Yeah, a lot of random things. We kind of went on a few tangents.
Yeah.
Find out that Sada's, I'm still trying to, get more nerd knowledge into Sada there.
I feel like I broke his heart. I broke your heart when I said DC instead of Marvel.
Yeah.
Honestly,
and the fact that you didn't know who C-3PO was, like, that's a big one.
He's like R2-D2's cousin.
That's like an iconic character, not just in
R2-D2 is iconic. C-3PO, not that many people know.
C-3PO is always next to R2-D2.
Are they cousins?
What? Oh my, okay. Thanks for listening, guys. This has been another episode of the Cousin Connection podcast. You can follow us on all platforms, including TikTok, Facebook, not Facebook. I don't know if you use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe and put in a comment. It's like super, it really helps with the videos. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Okay. Follow us on all platforms. Follow us on Instagram. I'm Amir, was taken on Instagram. She's Sada.lee. Or something like that. Whatever. Bye.
What do you mean? No, I was just going to say before we actually go, we need to really... Do you hear that?
What?
My belt on the pants? I mean, my belt on the chair. No. I was going to say, we should really, you guys, do you want us to become TikTokers? Because we have one and I feel like it's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
TikTok's like a whole different game, man.
But I was going to say, if y'all in the YouTube and Instagram space, because I feel like most of you that are watching us are from Instagram or just our YouTube family. If y'all are on TikTok and you're not following us.
Exactly. You should just do TikTok yourself. Like as an individual, learn like how to do it.
Even without posting our clips.
Yeah, like forget our clips on TikTok and stuff. Make your own thing, and then when you get like that 100,000 followers, shout out to Aisha Harun, my sister. She got 100,000 followers on TikTok. Then you can be like, "Hey guys, I also run a podcast. I'm just saying, follow me, Cousin Connection podcast."
Or we could do TikTok together. We can just do TikTok dances.
No, never will happen. Like I said, guys, thank you for listening. This has been another podcast.
Bye.
I'll talk to you. Bye.